Jesus is the rock.
Hello, welcome to Cognitive Ministry, and I am Laura Roker, and I just wanted to give you a message, okay? Every now and then when I'm younger, I would do messages, maybe like in my 20s, in front of my children and things like that. And I did this because I was raised in a church, okay? I wasn't fully committed, nor did I think I had to be fully committed to being in a church. But when I decided that I was serious about it because I thought it was important, then that's when I decided to, try it out. I didn't want to be a preacher or do sermons and things like that, but I thought, when you're around things, you tend to imitate it. And sometimes you want to, imitate a preacher and preach. So I thought to myself, even the little kids try it. I'm thinking right now. So maybe that's why I did it, because it was something to do. It was already in me, or I was used to it. And never did I think that I would open up a coaching ministry though, and be so serious just doing this. Okay, but I'm here, and I'm still learning. I'm still getting myself together because this is fairly new. And sometimes people do new things and they're not totally prepared to go into the fullness of things. So I want you to be patient with me as I'm learning how the ministry works. Yeah, here I am, doing something that I didn't feel was even for me. But I think that it's quite interesting to get to know about the ministry and help others, which I believe in. Okay, so today my message is titled "Give Me a Chance to Love." So, with so much going on, people are not giving others a chance to love them. Okay, so if you know what love is, it's a feeling that people want to feel. They want to feel love. They want to feel this warmth, this feeling of being comfortable. And once they're comfortable, then they're able to do all that they can do. They can be happy. They can smile. They can be serious if they want. They can have playtime if they want. And, being serious is one thing. But I believe that even Jesus laughed, and had a good time. So we want you to be comfortable and have a good time, but go out and do your work and be in there for someone. Be in there for someone who don't know the way or don't know what to say or don't know what to do. I'm not saying that you have to have all the answers, because God has all the answers right away. And sometimes you just have to take the time to seek out the answer. Sometimes you have to take the time to recognize that humans are not perfect and they're not exempt from error. So, as much as someone knows something or does something, always look up. You look up to the Master or God who knows what we should be doing. Okay? He knows what we can handle. He knows if we care. He knows so much about us. Okay? So when you think about it, not everybody knows how to care or love right away. So we don't want to be so hard on them. But as I said, the Lord knows how much we can handle or how much we can bear. Everybody can't bear the same things all the time. And sometimes they will let you know either through frustrations or complaints, or they'll let you know through facial expressions, maybe, but we don't want to depend on the facial expressions as I have talked about the facial expressions before. And facial expressions don't determine whether you should judge a person. You have to get in the company of a person before you can judge them. Just like when you go to a courtroom. The judge doesn't let you come in, just frown. You know, the case is over. You're a bad person because you frown. You know, you have to look more into it. You have to do more research in a person to see why they were frowning or what's going on, what were they thinking, what were they going to do behind the frown. Where it's a lot more to it. And some of these cases go on for months and months and even years. So you cannot just judge people on based upon how they look, what they say, how they say it. It takes years to figure out what is really truly going on. Even investigators know that. Okay, so pretty much you got to give people a chance to love you. Give them a chance. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know how hard it's been for them. You don't know if anyone cared for them. You don't know if they had any guidance. You don't know if they have depression problems. You don't know if they have anxiety. You just don't know. You don't even know if they know about God or understand yet. You don't know if they heard about it yet. Give them a chance to love you. If they heard about God and it's something that tells them that it's out here, then yes, they should know something of such that there is a God. Okay? The Bible tells you that no one will be held without excuse because it's proof that there's something else out here, like a God. And basically, like you seek for gold or anything else, you can seek to find that there is a God that you should be worshiping. Someone that you should be listening to and find out what he wants you to do in this earth. Just like when you have parents. Just think if you go and live somewhere else with some other people that are not your parents, and then everybody else has parents. Doesn't it tell you that you have parents too? Can't you think of how you got here once you start seeing that there are other people being born into the world and that they have parents? So then there is a God who is creating all of these things and you want to respect him and reverence him and honor him. No, it's not always about looks and looking good, but you know that people want to look good or do the best that they can do, even in the workplace. Even when they're dressing, they want to dress good, they want to look good, they want to put on their makeup, they want to put on their foundation, they want to put on their hair, they want to put on their nails, they want to do all of this. And it should not distract you from getting to know what the Lord wants of you or what he requires of you. So as you give people time to learn and grow and heal and believe, then you're showing love towards them because you care that they even can make it. You care that they can find out that they are somebody, that they're not just nothing, that they are something special in this world. So what happens when you don't let them feel that love from you? Allow them to get love from someone so you can grow. I know that it's rough sometimes because we all have habits, okay? We all have things that we're missing and we want to help. So what do we talk about? The rock. We need the rock. Who is the rock? Let's talk about who is the rock. Okay, so in Psalms 18 chapter, second verse says, the Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and my horn of my salvation, my stronghold. That's wonderful. We all can have something that's a stronghold on us. Our addiction, our attitudes, our beliefs. Some people are walking in pride and they have to get rid of the pride. And there are so many bad behaviors to get rid of that nobody forced us to do. It was something we chose. We was born into this world and people just started sinning and choosing to do wrong. Yes, this is what we all may have done. But now it's a stronghold on you and you have to learn to let go. No pressure, because one day we all will have to seek an answer. And what we have to know is that God above knows us and He's watching us. So we want to please Him. I have not been perfect. No one that I know yet that I saw has been perfect. So this is to encourage you to get perfect. Work on it. There are scriptures about being perfect. Okay? Don't give up. Don't lay down and throw in the towel and say it's over with for me. Don't. Just try each day. Like a person in a wheelchair is supposed to get up, or people who are in therapy, okay, that have learned how to get up out the chair, and God can make it happen. But that's not the subject of this conversation here today. As I said, I am still learning. When you get up and you go through therapy, learn how to walk, learn how to walk, and learn how to talk again, and all these types of things. You have to learn how to do this to make it better for you, to please the Almighty God. So He is the rock, the fortress. Okay, what is the fortress? What is a fortress? Okay, so now it says a fortress is a military stronghold, especially a strongly fortified town fit for a large garrison, or a person or thing not susceptible to out or let me read that again. It's the person or thing not susceptible to outside influence or disturbance. Okay? So if you want to think about similar words to it, it's like a tower or keep. Okay, a fastness, a hold. Okay? So let Him be your stronghold instead of all of these other things that can hurt you. You know, the addictions, not to make anyone feel bad, you're there. Whatever it is, you learn to grow. Okay? Everything can grow. And when it does, you hope it continues to grow to be beautiful or be what it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, in Matthew, the 16th chapter, the 18th verse says, then I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. That's encouraging. Read that a couple of times just to encourage yourself. You don't have to understand. Read it and make sure you read it right. Okay? The Bible tells us not to lean upon our own understanding. Psalm 18:31 says, "For who is God besides the Lord? And who is the rock except our God?" Okay? Now, when you're in trouble, and a lot of us do get in trouble, and we're like, how do we get out of this? The most I can encourage you with is to tell you to keep pushing on and moving forward. Because if you stop doing things that can get you in trouble, then you won't get in trouble. You have to learn self-control. I'm not telling you it's always easy. I'm not telling you you're always in the best position either. You know, sometimes those things happen when you get caught up, when you think you know no one could get into certain trouble. And so here it says in Psalm 71:3, "Be my rock of refuge to keep." Let me read that again. "Be my rock of refuge to which I can always go. Give the command to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress." Say these scriptures, let the Lord know you understand this, and feel it within. Start to receive that. Because once you receive it, you'll be able to accept it more and more. But it's all up to you to read the scripture. Never get tired or bored of reading it. Read it again. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Leviticus 26:1 says, "Do not make idols. Do not make idols or set up an image or a sacred stone for yourselves. And do not place a carved stone in your land to bow down before it. I am the Lord your God." Now you heard it from me. You can go back to Leviticus, the 26th chapter, and the first verse, and read it for yourself, and read it again, because you can hear what the scripture is telling you, so that you will learn how to go and show love not only to the people around you or the people that you know, but unto God, so He can know, and you show it. You may not be able to see Him, but you will sense and know that there is a God, and you respect that and honor it. And then maybe you will begin to love people even more. Even while you're learning to love them, accept that there is a God, and then move forward. You don't need any proof. You don't need any proof that the air is blowing when the fan is on. Okay? That's just one example, and it's among several examples that are probably out here. Okay? So, the next time you can think about someone, they're not showing me love. Stop worrying about that. Show yourself some love. Stop looking for other people to show you love all day. You don't know what they understand. You don't know what they know. You don't know how they feel. They can look so good on the outside, and you don't even know how they feel. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know their struggles right now. You don't know what they're thinking inside. You don't know what's bothering them. You don't know what's stressing them. You don't know what's scaring them. You don't know if anything is scaring them. And neither should you try to imply on their privacy. If they want to share it, I'm sure they will share it with you. So please, even sometimes that could bother someone when you're crying into the information that they know that they don't want to give you. It's not that they feel that it's just something that they practice. Respect that of that person. That's showing them love. When you respect the fact that they don't want to share certain information to you, if they could be smart enough to know to share it with you when they need help, okay? Pray about it for them and stop prying into their private information, which is a part of them. It's something that they want to do. We all want something to do, and that may be one thing that a person may want to do. You need to understand them and show love to them by understanding that they don't have to share all of their information with you. They don't. That's showing love to them. In case you didn't know, what things do you want people to ask you when you think about it? And what things do you want to share? So, even as you become a believer, or you start believing in God, Jesus Christ, then guess what? There are things that are already taking place about you. Okay? So you want to continue to show love to these people as you're learning about Christ. You are still learning. Some people are still like babes. They don't have it all yet. But at least they're trying. You're showing them love. They're trying. People get points for showing love. And I put it a points are going to do for me. Points does something for people. Okay? It's like we reap what we sow. We can't go past the fact that people can reap what they sow. If you put a seed in some dirt and let the flower grow up, and it's a plant, it could grow up into a beautiful flower. Okay, this flower is made, but even though this flower is made, you know it's a flower. Okay, and so things grow up. Things don't stay in the soil. So you have to allow people to grow up how they know how to, and what they see. We all see differently. Sometimes until we get to the point where we can actually see at the same point. And then you give people a chance, and if you can't handle it, move on. I say move on to let others that know how to deal with some such to do so. Everybody's not trained. Everybody doesn't know how to do the same thing. And even if they heard about it, they may not still understand it the same way. So you show love to the children. Let's talk about the children, because the children are the future, right? The children are the world in this world. Children are in this world, and they are going to be the next generation to speak and have messages or to show what they know, what they saw, they'll imitate. And you think about it. You can't tell a child they don't have feelings. You can't tell them that we can't care. Because the moment that you do, it's going to hurt them. Kids don't like to be hurt. Mothers don't like to be hurt. Dads don't like to be hurt. Teachers don't like to be hurt. Preachers don't like to be hurt. People who are in the church don't like to be hurt. People, your neighbors, your friends don't like to be hurt. No one likes to be hurt, it seems. So how about you give them a chance to love you? Maybe they don't understand what you want from them. Maybe they don't understand you want this or that. But what about the love that you can show them to help them to grow up? What are you showing them? The best that you can do. At least you can do that. Don't forget, they need love. They need someone to care for them. Everybody has their own specific ways, specific views, specific thoughts, specific beliefs. But how can you show them love while they are going through that? Until they see it in a different light, or as some of us would say, a better light, give them a chance to love you. And people need to give you a chance to love them. Just think, if you are a leader and you have to lead thousands of people or hundreds of people, You gotta figure out what the people want. You're not God. You're just trying to help and put in where the help is needed. You only can be who you are. So either the people can learn to love you and accept you for who you are, or move on. Because no one's going to think exactly alike. So we can't say, oh, well, we should be doing this, or y'all should be doing this for us. You all should be doing this for us. It's up to you who you're going to show love to. I know sometimes you don't really naturally feel it right away, but you can mentally put it out there when you are strong enough. Some of you are not strong enough. Can people understand that recognizing that they're not strong enough is showing them love, and you don't have to put much pressure on them. But when you do, you recognize those of you who are feeling pressure begin to, if they can't see, begin to work on you. Work on you in your inside. Work on you up in here. And change some of the things that you were ready to change or want to or know you should change. Because not everything needs to be changed about a person. And thus what we could find out. Okay, there's certain things that the Lord requires, and there's some things that you require, and He's okay with that. And you got to find out what that is. Okay. So allow people a chance. Give them a chance to love you. Don't just write them off right away. And sometimes we have to because we have enough on our plate. So you all don't get offended when people do it. All right? It's enough on their plate. And we still want to be here. And we still want to be sane. All right. So next time, God bless you. I hope you get this message and get what you need from it. And move forward. Press on. Learn how to love others. And learn how to receive love from others. Maybe they're not perfect at it. Maybe they haven't done it before. But maybe you'll give them a chance anyway. Now, I'm not telling you to let people walk all over you or mistreat you. You know what you can handle. Thank you.